North Koreans are going to be watching us, so please do not point, wave, or gesture towards them. Alright, come right up to the top of the step. Please do not go past the top step. And also, please do not pass the ROK soldiers on either side of you. Now, you may take photos of pretty much everything except for this side of the Freedom House. That includes the hundreds of cameras on top. Now, if I can have you'll see a 3-story tan tower. That is KPA Guard Post number 2. It is currently monitoring us, so once again, please do not point, wave, or gesture towards the north. Now, at the bottom of the hill of KPA Guard Post number 2, you will see the white stakes that stand at 1 meter in height and are placed at 10-meter intervals. They represent the MDL within this area. MDL does extend through Conference Road, bisecting each building with that 17 by 5-inch concrete slab that you see in between the buildings. First building I'm going to talk about on Conference Road is the silver building to my left, your right. This building is the North Korean Recreational Center, second of 2 ironically named buildings on this tour. Holds no recreational equipment whatsoever. It's actually seldomly used by the North Koreans. Now, basically the only time they use this building is to hold 10 to 20 armed soldiers in when there are talks between officers. Now, while the soldiers are in the building, they usually point, wave, and make derogatory gestures such as the throat slashing gesture. Now, because of these childish antics, the building has obtained the nickname the Monkey House. Original meetings that were essential for the supervision of the military armistice were held. This is also where government level officers are, where they talk. Now, MAC meetings usually last 3 to 4 hours long. However, there has been one that lasted over 11.5 hours long. It's called the Bladder War. Either one wanted to show weakness and get up and go to the bathroom. Now, statements in the MAC meetings usually are translated into 2 languages, English and Korean. This was done by translators working in the glass booths located on either end of the building. However, the translators now sit at the heads of the table and the glass booths are no longer used. Now, the microphones you see on the table are recorded and monitored 24 hours a day. They also represent the MDL within this area. So those of you standing on my left are now in North Korea. Those of you on my right, you may cross over to North Korea if you'd like. I please ask you to do so only on that side of the table. 1, to pay respects to the flag, and 2, not to disrupt this soldier and his duties. Now, these soldiers are here for your protection. They are standing at a modified position of Taekwondo, what we call rock steady. Now, with this stance and the sweet sunglasses, they're to show no emotions or anything to the North Koreans. Now, while we are on Conference Road, maybe you notice the guys are kind of staying half behind cover. That's to make them less of a target in case someone were to fire upon them. Also, if they do see something, they will do a hand signal without North Korea actually seeing.
The official position of this village from the North Korean government is that it is a 200-person collective farm, but observation by the South Koreans and the Americans show that this village is virtually empty. The Bridge of No Return is named that because after the armistice was signed between the North and the South, all the POWs were lined up and they could pick which side they wanted to go, North or South, but after they picked, they could never go back. This is Dorsan Railway Station, and it's usually the northernmost stop on the South Korean line, but in 2007 it was allowed to make several trips into North Korea to reunite relatives, but in 2008 the North accused the South of a confrontational policy and did not allow any more trains into North Korea.